Are we getting multiple new heroes in Season 14 of Overwatch though? Let's have a look. Since we got that first teaser for the Season 14 tank hero in the Season 13 trailer, the community has been trying to find out who this new hero is going to be. And that includes myself. I have made a few videos on this topic, and ever since I've been trying to figure out how all of this is connected. Because we did not only get that teaser at the end of the trailer, where we had that voice with the Scottish accent chiming in, we also got to see this holographic sprays from the teaser on the actual Oasis map, and on New Queen Street. In case you're not up to date, check my previous video, I'll leave a link below. But all of this kind of started with a hero icon that they showed off almost a year ago at BlizzCon. Now, my latest theory is that this new tank hero is going to be one of Moira's experiments. You know, that crazy resident professor for Talon has been using that black orb that used to be on Oasis to augment all types of creatures, which include bunnies, bats, humans, even herself. One does not get a purple arm because they do not use enough sunscreen, if you catch my drift. Now, I said where the black orb used to be because it was stolen. And we think it was stolen by the new tank hero and his companions that called themselves phreaks. Maybe these guys are in service of Talon, but all of those messages they left behind in Oasis make me think that they're kind of on a more independent course. But anyways, I was willing to leave it right there till we get the next teaser, which is most likely going to be mid-season in about 10 days. But there was one thing that was bugging me. See, Blizzard isn't actually teasing a hero on that map. They are teasing a faction, the phreaks, which kind of makes sense if my experiment theory is true, that a group of her former experiments and the joined forces and are getting ready to get very disruptive. And that is something that the team maybe wants to focus on. And you never know, in between all those sprays that we have seen in Oasis, there might be a hint towards the next hero that we don't know about yet. But then again, even in other places where they're teasing stuff, it's all about phreaks, not about a single hero. See, earlier this week I was playing Overwatch and I play with the streamer mode on, because I'm a streamer. But anyways, due to streamer mode, I had all these different names every single round. And usually these names are either funny or they're tied into the lore. And I ended up with the name phreaks, again with the S. And that was kind of the trigger. That set me thinking. To be fair, a lot of what we know about the hero is kind of centered around the group, phreaks, their faction. So I was thinking, what if they're doing that? Because the next hero for Season 14 is not going to be one hero, but several heroes. All of them phreaks. And look, I'm not saying that we're going to get 3 new tank heroes or whatever, 3 new slots for heroes. I'm saying that we're going to get one tank hero that actually is 2 or 3 phreaks members. If you think about it, Bob and Ash are a similar deal. They are 2 personalities in one hero. And sure, it's only during the ultimate. But back in the day at BlizzCon in 2018 when they announced Ash, I was actually thinking it was going to be more 50-50. Actually, I was also thinking that one day they might introduce the triplets as a combined hero, which might still happen. But it turned out that Ash was just a single hero, or a 1.5 hero. No, actually 1.2, because it's just the ultimate. Yeah. Look, I know it's a crazy theory. I like crazy. And it is just a theory. But there are other games that have heroes like that, where you need to switch personalities within the hero to fit your different needs. For instance, for this tank, it could be that one of the personalities is very defensive. It's more of a shielding tank. Think about Sigma, think about Reinhardt. While the second personality might be more on the offense, like a Doomfist. And they can bring in a third one that just buffs everybody. The fun thing is, if they are really experiments of Moira, they can make this into this really creepy animation, where it's not just like a wrestling tag team where one hero runs in and the other one runs out, but we get this situation where they shift into different forms or different personalities. Some type of Jekyll and Hyde deal. Or maybe they're just attached to each other. One could be riding the other. Plenty of ideas. That look actually has one of those heroes where one smaller one is riding a big one. Mo and Krill. It's a tiny little man with a pig. And so does Heroes of the Storm. They have the Lost Vikings, which is an old Blizzard IP, but it basically is 3 Vikings running around everywhere and kind of switching around. And I'm pretty sure there's other examples in other games of this type of multi-hero. Now the thing is with these types of heroes that they are quite often very difficult to balance, and that it is a lot of extra work for the artists because they need to make 3 skins for 1 skin. Actually, they need to make 1 skin for 3 personalities. You know what I mean. But it could add something new to the game. And on the other hand, it's not that different from, let's say, Ramatra or Bastion. They have different shapes or forms depending on what they need. But they are Omnics. You can transform into whatever you want. With meat sacks like ourselves, you need to get a little more creative. You need to kind of get Moira involved. This is going to be gnarly. So in this case, it could be 2 or 3 phreaks, which would explain why they're focusing so hard on the faction instead of the hero. And if you look at that icon that they showed off at BlizzCon, remember the thing on his back that we always figured could be a shield or something, like it's a turtle? That could just be the of one of the other heroes, and they're doing this Charlie's Angels pose. We get a snapshot, a little detail of that. Turns out that there's a lot more going on there. But I still think they would look pretty crazy. You know, half animal, half humanoid, very angry, and wearing a I Hate Moira t-shirt. This could either be a lot of fun or just a nightmare. There's no in between. We'll see if that is going to happen. Because again, it is just me putting some pieces together and squinting my eyes, trying to figure out what that shape actually is. Or we might actually get 3 new heroes in Season 14. Like 3 slots, tank, DPS, support. But that's what they call wishful thinking. It would be very cool, but extremely unlikely. To be fair, I would be pretty happy if it's a 3-in-1 deal. But we'll find out soon enough. Like I said, we can expect a new teaser in the mid-season update, which is in about 9 to 10 days. And then there's going to be the big reveal at the OWCS Grand Finals in Stockholm on November 22nd. But what do you think about this concept of a multi-hero? Have you seen examples in other games? Did they work out? Let me know in the comments. But now, however, that was it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It always helps me out. I also want to thank my patrons. I could not make these videos without you guys. You have my eternal gratitude. You too can become part of the Omnic Post family over on patreon.com/theomnicpost. And if you have a few minutes left, maybe check out this video. Click it. But above all, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye-bye.